All right, want to keep advancing and updating you on this story. The warning sirens heard in and around Baghdad. Trey Yingst is there with the very latest. Hey, Trey.
Hey there, Neil. We've got some updates for you. We've confirmed that 2 rockets did land in Baghdad's green zone, exploding in the perimeter of the U.S. Embassy, but not actually striking the compound, according to officials that we spoke with. One of the rockets landed near the Tigris River behind me, the other one hitting a building that is under construction. No casualties are being reported, but these officials say they believe they are Katyusha rockets, likely fired by Iranian-backed Iraqi Shia militias that are operating near Baghdad. This is not the first time this week that this has happened. Earlier in the week, we also saw 5 rockets landing in Baghdad's green zone. But tonight we did hear that one large explosion and then the sirens blaring incoming, 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 indicating that there was an attack towards the green zone. All of this, though, painting a larger picture about what the region may deal with as the proxy issue does continue. It's important to differentiate for our viewers, though, the difference between the rockets that we saw tonight and the rockets that we saw last night. Last night, there were ballistic missiles fired from Iran, 15 of them into Iraqi territory. The rockets that we saw fired tonight, they're not missiles, they're rockets. They're fired by militia groups. It's a much smaller type of attack, but still an attack nonetheless that could threaten U.S. forces or personnel that are operating in Baghdad and the surrounding region. Neil?
Trey, do we know whether the Iranians have, indicated, or at best you can get from them, that this is it, that this, what they did last night was it for the time being?
Well, what we saw last night appeared to be finished for now. The large response by the Iranians avenging the death of their top general, Soleimani, Qasem Soleimani, he was killed outside of Baghdad's international airport last week after the president made that decision to order a drone strike. But the issue here when it comes to the militias operating in the area is they do receive direction and funding from the Iranian regime. Whether it serves them politically or not, sometimes you'll see Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, or you'll hear the president of Iran, Hassan Rouhani, say that they can or they can't control the actions of these militias operating in Iraq. But the reality on the ground is that most of what happens here is somehow linked to Iran. So it's important to remember that in the larger picture. Neil?
Thank you, my friend, very much. Be safe. Trey Yingst in Baghdad.